Okay. And we got Mike DeMarco coming in here. He's going to be looking. Yep. Yeah, we got Mike DeMarco coming in here. He's going to change a couple of things. So we'll just pass it on over here just a bit if he happens to need the microphone. He's coming in to change a couple of small things. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, so we have to end the recordings.
So we'll be right back. I guess we're gonna reset the recording.
No, we're all good. We're staying here. He's resetting the individual recording,
okay,
but we're still Facebook Live,
guys.
guys.
I thought on Facebook Live you only 4 hours.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll pop out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hand the microphone off to Mr. Mike DeMarco. Of course, he is your ringleader for this stream, and he's been doing a great job providing the stream for us. So hopefully you guys will enjoy listening to him and Mike as we banter on over this very important loser side matchup between Clyde Matta and Rob Diehl. Mike, take it away.
All right, here I am. I'm back.
Little Mike and Mike
back in the booth.
Here again.
Eminem. You know, the whole time I was playing out there, and I was thinking about coming back to the booth. I couldn't help but wonder if Tim was going to falter and just start giving the weather report out of nowhere. All right, so we got Clyde down on the.
He was flipping to that. It was showing his 10-day.
So yeah, it's so Clyde's gonna get down on this 3-ball, and by the way, the high tonight is gonna be 37 degrees with a wind chill factor of -4.
Oh man!
I was just waiting for that to happen. If you guys weren't aware, Tim Levine is a legitimate. He's a legitimate weatherman. Do we have accurate race here? This is a 7-6 race.
That is correct. Yep.
Okay, so we got Clyde going to 7 and Rob Diehl going to 6. Check your microphone there. You on there?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so this match right here will be the last stream match before I reset the stream. So, after this match's conclusion, we are going to reset that, and then you will have to refresh your browser or your cell phone. Just refresh it on the Snookers Live Facebook page, and you will get the remainder. All right. Just got word from Mr. Kerry McAuliffe that our plan to continue to win in this event in order to play each other would come to fruition. So we are going to be matching up. Not bad.
Another update on Chad Bazinet's match over there. It looks like it is 6-5 in favor of Bill Cody. So it's a 2-1 race over there. Chad needing 2, Bill Cody needing 1.
I was actually slightly disappointed. Not so much about the loss. I played Bill. That was my loss there. But I was a little disappointed that I didn't get the opportunity to play against Chad. And I've only played against him twice in tournaments, once up in Maine and once over at the old Yale Billiards.
Really?
But I really like Chad. He's an awesome dude, and I was just kind of looking forward to matching up with him again.
Yeah, Tim and I were a little biased. Me and Tim bought him in the Calcutta.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I got you there. Definitely a good purchase. So back to the action here. Rob Diehl. Very awkward cueing there with the 9-ball right there. You got to make sure that you avoid hitting it. I myself have some issues getting down when my cue is going. My cue stick is going to be very close to an impeding ball, and I got to follow through. I have some issues executing that straight stroke because it's just right there, and it's a monster in my mental when the ball's so close right there, and sometimes I kind of just and you just kind of pop the ball forward.
For me, it just makes you kind of you hyper focus, so you make sure you hit exactly where you want to hit. So
yeah.
for me, I feel like it actually helps me. I actually ran into that shot a couple times today where I had to be very careful not to hit the ball. That's a very good shot by Clyde. And that's going to put Clyde up 1-0 here to start the set, make the race even race to 6. Yep.
And there it is. One more time, we are at Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island, and you are watching the Winter Classic from the New England 9-Ball Series, Mark Dion's tournaments. And we are having a good time, hanging out, watching some great pool, watching these players compete. 112 players in the field in total. And we've got players from, let's see, from New York to Maine. We got a pretty good group. I'm pretty sure there were a couple of New York seats. I heard word of that, but I'm not sure who they are.
I'm sure,
they're not
sure
my normal New York supporters, so I'm not familiar with who they are. I know Mark did go over to one of the rooms in New York and run a tournament there, so maybe it's someone that participated in that event, but not really sure.
Yeah, I do see. I did remember seeing one player that I saw on a different tour in a New York tournament, so he could be from New York.
Wow. All right, so he pocketed a ball on the break. He made the 2-ball. He's got a clear shot at the 1.
Just gonna bank the 1 straight back and leave the cue ball down there. Maybe drift it behind the 6 ball.
Yeah, you're gonna have the right rotations on that to be able to stay behind the 6 ball doing that.
Or that,
he just
that
wanted to roll there. He did leave him the top edge of it, so Rob's going to have to play a controlled response. If it don't go in the drink, that'll look okay. Not bad.
I don't. Yeah, you can't see the 1 ball here. He's going to have to kick at this.
Yeah, he's definitely going to kick on the rail behind the 1 ball, 1 rail, just like that. And, you know, it's funny, I don't want to kick the 1 ball towards the bottom of the table. I actually want to kick the 1 ball towards the 6 and the 8 where he's shooting from and hit it medium so that the cue ball can go down the table. And the reason why is you see the result here. Anything that the 1 ball is going to be on this side of the table, it's not really going to be favorable, for the person kicking there. The person coming to the table is going to have some kind of opportunity to do something. Going in the other direction is definitely a better option there. But obviously, kicking at a ball is not easy. A lot of players have issues kicking at a ball. It's one of the tougher shots, but. All right, so he's got a clear shot at the 1 ball. It is stuck right on the rail. So he can't just like pound it right in. So he's got to use a little bit of finesse to make this. And that was nicely done.
That was well played.
Yeah. Rob is a very consistent shooter. He's pretty much been the same level for a while, but he doesn't change his approach so much, if you know what I mean. He's
if he gets on the right side of the 6, he's out. The 6 is the key ball here. As long as he can get on the 6, he'll tie it up. It's a big game, but when you're getting in 1 game or 2 game, spot, you want to make sure you don't
maintain some kind of
yeah.
advantage throughout the set. No, he didn't want to get straight there. I think that he's capable of getting out of this.
Yeah, you can get out of this. You might play this forward and play the 6 by the corner where the 8 ball is.
Yeah, I think that's the best option. You just got to make sure you don't hit it sloppy.
Oh, he's second guessing.
Yeah, you really just got to follow through. Nice smooth follow through. Make sure you go all the way through the shot here, and you should be able to get around. See, that was more of a punch there. I think you wanted to have those rotations, but a little bit higher on the ball. And
yeah, they want to have control. When you punch a ball like that on the rail, you really don't have full control of where you're going.
Yeah, that ball was spinning 1,000 miles an hour, but I mean, he does have a clear shot on the side, so I think he'll be able to take care of business. Don't have to get any fancy stuff here. Just stop the ball.
Get it back a little bit here, like an inch or 2. You don't need. Okay. He's playing a little aggressive. quick update here. Chaz Bazinet falls to Bill Cody 7-5. So that was a winner's side matchup. Both players still in.
Nicely done there. Rob Diehl looking to make it a tie game at 1-1.
He looks like he's feeling good. He looks like he's stroking well and playing with confidence right now. It's always good to see. Yep.
There it is.
Power of the Revo.
We got a tie game. Yeah, we were calling it Revo Magic. And
The Revo Magic did not help me in my last set.
it didn't help. Are you sure? Wait, you use a Revo now, huh? I forgot that you had mentioned that. You use a Revo now.
Yeah, I just got one a few weeks ago,
Okay,
yeah.
nice. And again, make sure you guys are checking out the sponsors making this event possible, because without them, events like these cannot continue to happen. We are Rob Diehl breaking in rack number 3. And he's going to come up dry. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a very cut and dry stop shot safety. You bank the 1 ball up the table, you stick the ball on the 8 ball, and probably a quick 1 ball followed by a 2-9 combination, and that is going to make it happen.
That is a very good shot there.
He is safe. He doesn't have a clear shot. However, if he stayed on the other side of the 3-4-7 cluster right there, that would have been extremely more favorable, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a big ball to hit here.
And he made it.
Wow. He needs to get around the 5 here.
And he does.
Yep. Okay. What do you do here? You could leave the cue behind the 9 here and bring the 2 down.
I will say though, on the fast table, it's very difficult to ask small placement position like that shot. Slower table, I would say, yeah, you might be able to punch it, just kind of stun it over a little bit.
Could also thin the 2, play it towards the 9, and then bring the cue down table. You have plenty of blockers down table as well. That's another good shot.
Yeah, I think the controlled shot here,
I don't
just
think
to
I
not
go
too
for the combo.
fancy,
Yeah.
I think I would just kind of play a stop shot there, 2-rail it to the top rail, keep the 3-4-7 between the 2 balls, just kind of bank it 1-2 right up to the top of the table. You don't have to do anything too fancy, and your cue ball is going to be in an impeding position. You don't have to hit it so hard. Fast table, you just kind of stop the ball right there.
He's playing the 9, yeah. Try playing the 9 there. And
Kind of pounded that a little more than necessary.
he left him a shot in easy position on the 3 ball.
And he did open up that little cluster of hair, so the table is more than runnable at this point.
All right, table number 13, we got Nick.
I'm going to say you get good on the 3 ball here, and this table should be toast.
Francisco Cabral, that's a 7-6 raise. Francisco goes to 7, and Nick goes to 6. Good luck, gentlemen.
I'll be right back. Wait, give me 1 minute.
Yeah,
Mike.
no
Be right
problem.
back.
No problem. All right, so I just heard an announcement. I did hear that Francisco 5K Cabral is still in this event, and he's going to be going to another match just now. But the reason that is significant is because his previous match was against Shorty, Mr. Tom D'Alfonso. So what that means is that he defeated him and eliminated Tom D'Alfonso. So that's definitely a big win for Mr. Cabral. Give him some props for that. Francisco is one of the strong up-and-comers. I see a lot in his future as far as pool goes. He's just been climbing and climbing and climbing over the past few years, and he's always consistent. And I'll tell you, as he increases his level of play, he doesn't really fall backwards very often. Mike Matthew, jump back in. We're talking about Francisco Cabral. He had eliminated Shorty from the tournament. That was his last match, and he is getting called to another match. So just wanted to mention that there. He's been climbing and climbing and climbing, and he doesn't go backwards very often. You know, once he makes that jump to the next level, he kind of just stays there until he makes another jump forward. There's the gentleman right there.
Very good player.
Absolutely.
Very good player.
All right, so Rob is going to be coming up the table a bit. Not sure how he feels comfortable with it.
I would
a little throw
have
shot.
left more angle. So now you're going to have to come out 2 rails here.
Yeah, he's going to stroke it just to here. He's going to try to go 1-2 back down to the top bottom rail rather.
Oh, see that's what I don't like. You have to play a shot hard in these pockets. If he left himself more angle, he wouldn't have had to hit it like that. But
I can't tell if the ball is frozen or not.
I can't tell either. I think it's off a hair.
It looks very, very close.
It looks close. Yeah, you can't tell from up here.
Tell you what, there's a couple of options of how you can play this here, but
He might try to go 4 rails around here.
I don't know if I'm going to make it to the top there. Yeah, he got the cue ball to do something decent there, but with the fast rails, it's really hard to open that up and really let it grab to get to the center of the top rail there and come all the way down the table. Kerry and I were discussing that exact issue with the fast rails.
You just have to drag this one down the rail here.
Yeah, Rob's a favorite to do this. He's good at just stroking the ball and drawing the ball.
Yep.
I like him to make those. That's like his patented move. Hey, I got to shoot this in and draw up the table. You got it. It's like it's his finishing move.
Well, looks like Rob's going to gain his spot back here potentially with pocketing this 9 ball.
He's bearing down.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wiped its feet on the way in. However, it did drop. It did drop.
I'm going to head out. Me, Rob, and Tim are going to go out and have some fun for a little bit.
All right. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. Who is still in the event from the Yale Billiards
we got
faction?
Lucas, Nick Bousquet, Rob. Rob is still on the winner's side. I believe Lucas is still on the winner's side. Jennifer Bousquet, Nick Bousquet's wife, is still in.
What's in their family's refrigerator?
I believe Steve Rowan might still be in, unless he lost. I'm not sure.
No, he won against Ben Benson. I know.
He did?
Yeah, he
that's
did.
A good win. That's a very good win. Ben Benson plays good. But, yeah, so I think me and Tim might be the only 2 individuals that are out from Yale Billiards, so that's pretty depressing.
That's
but
okay.
That's what we're going to do. Me, Rob, and Tim are going to go out.
Go have a something to eat with your king over there, King Pierce.
Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
I'll probably pop in the box tomorrow at some point.
Absolutely. Mike, I appreciate you getting in here. Always a pleasure, my friend. We'll see you next time.
Hey, good luck. I don't know if you're playing again tonight, but good luck to you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thanks
buddy.
a lot, Mike.
Yep.
See you. All right. Mike Matthew out. He's going to go grab something to eat with his guys. Yale Billiards is definitely in the house. So I missed the last shot to put Rob in this position.
How many people in the chat?
Let's see here. Let's see how many we got. 40. We got 40 in there. You want to hop in? Hop in there. We're going to have a very special guest popping in the booth with me. Got Mr. Ryan Lynham. Ryan, what's up?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, bro?
Well, I just played the worst set of my life, but that's fine. Adjust to go broke.
Yep. So your last set was the match against Rob? Was that the last set that you played?
That is the last set that I played, yep.
And that was your first loss, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What can you tell me about the set? It didn't look like your normal game. I mean, I don't think it's nerves. I mean, you don't usually get nerves. I mean, just uncomfortable on the table, switching speeds on the cloths, or I mean,
sometimes you just don't see the ball or feel comfortable like at the table, and it's definitely one of those days in general. Like I don't know if I don't know. No excuses. You just gotta.
I know what you mean. You're not getting down and just seeing it where you can just connect to it and there it is.
Like in a fog.
Yeah. No, I understand. Definitely happens. But nice tournament. Great turnout, 112 players.
Crazy.
Anytime you can break 100 players, you got a
8,000 in
good
the
day.
Calcutta.
Yeah. We definitely had a great turnout. I'm really happy that we're able to have events like this. To be honest.
Rob's looking pretty comfortable here at the table, like he's in stroke.
Yeah, he's leading 2-1 right now, and
He's hitting the ball good.
hey, I mean he's using that Revo magic to his advantage. So
Yeah.
now there was a couple of funky shots that turned up okay in his favor, but all in all, he's not doing anything too crazy. You know, he's just kind of just getting down and doing what he's got to do.
So the two highest bids we had earlier are out of the tournament.
Really?
Yeah.
Who I know Shorty got eliminated by Frank Cabral, correct?
Yeah, and Joey's out.
And
gone.
Joey's out. That was Derek Cunningham, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
And these upper bracket races should favor higher handicaps because nobody
Rack your own winner breaks.
Rack your own winner breaks, and nobody goes less than 4. So no matter who you play, it's not like they got to get to 3. You know, so
Yeah.
it's just.
I mean, all of the matches I've played, there was like a 1-game spot in one of them and a 2-game spot in the other.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was like 8-6, 7-6,
Yep.
or race to 7. My last match was a race to 7. But there hasn't been any huge
No.
gaps in the games, and I've seen a lot of double hill matches, so that definitely favors that.
85 race on field 10.
DeMarco just got called for his match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was an error because I don't think he noticed that we were up here. Now, if you want to just relay that information to him, why don't you just ask him if we can hold off? If not, then we can do what we got to do. Clyde Matta pocketing the ball,
Says he needs you now.
tying it up. All right, so we're going to see if we can get Mark Dion to come in here. Ryan, you are you good with this?
Yeah.
You know what's going on over here?
Sure.
Plus for Clyde, plus for Rob.
Yep.
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Hey guys, you got open their doors open. We're on plate. Why?
Holly Diehl. Hi, Holly Diehl.
Oh, there it is.
Rob's in a nice tight battle here.
Absolutely, 2-2, and Rob is getting a single game on the wire, bearing down.
He didn't put his game up on the wire, right? It's
No,
actually,
he did not.
Okay.
No, it's actually 2-2.
Okay.
That's the score right there. Okay, so I'm going to turn the reins over to Ryan. He's going to sit in with you for a few. Mark says, we can't wait. You got to play right now. I'm going to go play some pool with Kerry McAuliffe, and we're going to have a blast. All right. I shall return. Ryan, thank you very much,
All right,
sir.
good luck. Shoot well.
Thank you.
All right, so what do we got here? Yep. I'll just keep it right where it is. Yep. All right, so there is a delay for what you guys are seeing and what I'm seeing live, so I gotta. This is what they're seeing? Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, so it's not much of a delay. How did I do, Holly? Oh boy, I had a tough match. I did not hit the ball good, which is surprising because thought I was going to play good, but happens. All right, Rob's got a good table here. Wide open rack. This table just, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows pretty much in the chat, but by far the toughest table to play on in here. Table 15 is a little tighter than this one, but this one is, because of the way that the light's structured, it's it's a lot faster. The rails are bouncier, so you can't really stroke the ball. A lot of balls got to be rolled, or else it over rolls, and if you don't hit the ball clean, it will rattle the ball in the pocket. I want to say this is probably 4 1/4. He hit that ball good, but he scratched. That's a tough roll. All right, Clyde's got 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got to get the job done here. It's a big game, 2-2. So my guess is you got to be really methodical on this table on how you're going to play 2 or 3 shots ahead, especially the next shot, just because you don't want to leave yourself cut shots, long shots, because you got to hit everything center pocket. It's a big shot, Clyde. Derek Cunningham and Dominic Souza. Let me see if I can see the table they're on. I can see the table. I cannot see the score. I think Dominic's up. It's 6-5. I'm not sure the race, and I'm not sure who's at 6 or 5, but the score is 6-5. So another tight battle. Anthony DeSegno, what's up, buddy? All right, so Clyde won that. So somehow I got to come over here and click +1 on Clyde. All right, look at that. Clyde's pretty good with the rack, so it looks like he's cut breaking. Look for the 2 ball to go in the bottom left corner. If he's got that going. Oh, he missed it. He's usually pretty good at the wing ball. He made the one on the side, though. Didn't control the cue. All right, Rob's got a table here. Tough, but all you gotta do is come down the other side pocket, play the cut and deuce. He rattled the one. Such a mental game this is. Not to think about shots you missed and only think about what you're gonna do next at the table. Clyde hit that ball pretty good, so he's got a cut on the deuce. Curious if he's going to go above or below the 3. I'd imagine he's going to want to go below the 3. Actually, 3 goes by the 7, so if he puts a little bottom right, comes across near the side pocket, you play the 3 by the 7, just like that. That was good. He's got it. Oh boy. Do you draw into the 4-5 here? He can't slow roll the ball and come underneath the 4, so he's probably going to draw into the rail into the 4. You got to get just get a little roll here to get position, and he didn't get the roll. But that's really, you don't use the 5. You actually use the rail into the 4. That way you have no chance of hooking yourself. But Clyde's probably 50-50 here to kick this ball on the side. He kicks pretty good, and it's laying in front of the side, so as long as he hits the ball, 4's on the side, 5 goes down on the rail, so it's a big shot. Got to bear down, make sure you aim it right. Survey says Jin. It's a good shot. And he left himself a nice little angle to come across for the 6. How did I do in one pocket? I ended up, Anthony. Won't say how much, but I was up. All right, so this ball, I come 2 rails underneath the 7, but he's going to, yeah, see, he had the right angle, just slow rolled the ball. He still has the shot, though. Make the 7. Natural angles come across for the 8. Or he's going to go 3 rails around the 8. He went 3 rails, but he hit the ball bad. This table's deceiving, for sure. All right, Rob's got to bear down here. This is a big out. Don't get greedy on the 8 ball. Just pocket the 7 ball. And don't hook yourself behind the 9. It's a nice medium stroke. Nice shot. Oh, don't scratch on the side. Wow. I think he hooked himself. Are you kidding me? So this place just went loud, so I'm assuming it's a Celtics game, and it is. They just tied it up 111-111 with Golden State. Holy moly. 45 seconds to go. Celtics tied it up. All right, so Rob hooked himself in the side pocket here, so he's going to have to go. I go 2 rails into it, kicking across. If you want to try and make it, you go 2 rails by the 9 ball. The more guarantee hit is 2 rails kicking cross table. Because it's a tight table, you just kick across 2 rails, pocket speed, and just roll onto the 8. No matter what angle you leave him on the 8, it's a tough shot with the way that these pockets are. I don't like going 1 rail. Let's see what he does here. He's going 2 rails. He's got to use a little bit of right English. Soft. Oh, he hit it too hard. It's a good hit, but this shot right here is definitely no gimme on this table, but Clyde cuts balls pretty good.
All right, table number 11. We got Steve Roman and Vince Savoy. Race to 7 on table 11.
Question is, does he go for the cut or does he play it safe? If you're going for the cut, you don't even worry about position. Q's just going back across 2-3 times, and you're going to have a shot in the 9 in either pocket. And he went for the cut. He overcut it. Is he going to get lucky? He did. He hooked Rob on the 9. Are you kidding me? Boy, oh boy, this game's funny. This shot right here comes up a lot in one pocket. Played off the bottom rail with a lot of outside English. Yeah, he didn't do it that way, but. All right. Somebody's got to win this game. Let's see who else is playing around the room that I know. Table 4, Rand Tamba and Billy the Kid have a tight battle going, 4-3. Not sure who's up there, but that one's tight. Justin Bertrand, table 3. He's up 4-1. He's playing pretty good. That's all I can recognize from this room anyway. Jimmy Prather's on table 5. Who's he playing? Somebody I don't know. Lucas is on 15. Francisco Cabral's on 13. Steve Sutton, what's up? All right, Clyde. It's a big shot. Let's see what he does here. I missed the ball. Is Rob going to capitalize? Nothing fancy here, just pocket the ball. Who's Justin Bertrand playing? Is that your question? I'm not sure her name. I know it's like a 6-4 race. Justin has to go to 6. She has to go to 4. All right, Rob tied it up, 3-3. Steve Sutton, the traveling man. I wanted to play in this, but I couldn't. APA team just won Tri-Cups. Yeah, that's all right. Playing the Tri-Cups, you don't need the, $4,000 or whatever that this is going to pay. No, I hate you. APA team is fun. Catch a flight to Florida in the morning. What's in Florida? All right, big break here. I don't know. These guys are breaking from the center. I can't figure it out. I mean, Rob knows how to make the corner ball too, but from this angle, I doubt he's making the 4, so he might be playing the 1 on the side. He played the 1 on the side, and the cue almost went off the table, but it ended up in the side anyway. These guys are breaking them from the box, making the 1 instead of the corner balls. All right, it's a big table here, 3-3. Clyde is spotting him a game on the wire, so Clyde needs 4 from here. Rob needs 3. So this game is huge. Clyde needs to get out. And the balls are laying so perfect. 3 ball's a little tricky because these side pockets are tight, so you can play the 3 off the 5, which I don't like because the 5's sitting in such a good spot. You don't want to move that because that's a nice ball from the 4 to the 5 and the 5 to the 7. So if you're going to play this 3 in the side, you just want a little angle on it to come down for the 4. And it looks like he got on the other side of it. I mean, you can still roll this ball in and put the cue ball anywhere on that side, even right where it is, and just lag the 4 in. But he might be able to put some top right on this ball and just kind of bring the cue ball out center table. I think that's what he's doing. You definitely don't want to play it off the 5. He rattled the ball. Oh, boy. See if Rob can capitalize. This is another one of those funny shots right here where do you draw the ball out past the 5 or you just roll to the right with right spin? Right spin is the way to go. You don't even touch the 5. That's a good shot. But he over. No, that's a good shot. That's the way you're supposed to play that ball. Straight top, come back across, play the 5 on the side. It's a good shot. The angle on the 7 here, I like just leave it straight in, stop this right here, and then draw the 7 back, play the 8 on the side. You don't want to leave an angle on the 7. That's a good shot. So now you're looking for him to draw 4 feet, play the 8. You want a little angle on the 8 ball coming down table, so you can actually overdraw this ball a little bit. You don't want to underdraw the ball, so if he gets it back, well, he's got to play the ball down in the corner now, which is a lot harder than the side pockets here, but he can still do this. Hard to tell the angle he's got, which side he's going to come on the 9 ball. Straight top, follow it down. Well, he tried punching the cue over to the other side of the 9. And these pockets just don't allow that. You can't cheat these pockets at all. So, Clyde is going to, I like banking the 8 under the 9 and putting the cue on the top rail as opposed to putting the cue ball under the 9. The right shot is definitely 8 under the 9, cue frozen on the top rail. Leave distance and potentially a path between the cue and the 8. He had the right idea, he just hit it a little soft. Rob can definitely see the ball. I'm going to say Rob's going to cut the 8 in, or go for the cut anyway. Definitely not easy. Put a little bit of left spin on this and call the 9 ball either in the side or up in the corner because you are going to go into the 9. See if he calls a 9 ball here. You definitely got to call the 9 somewhere because you're going into it. See, Steve Sutton, if this was your team, you call a timeout right here. Tell them what to do. Cut it in, little inside. Call the 9 in the side of the corner. You can't see enough of the 8 to play it safe. You can only see the edge of it, so you kind of got to go for it. but he's not calling a 9, so I'm curious. He tried cutting it, but he hit the rail first. All right, here we go. Again, no gimme. He's got to just center ball, kind of punch it across, play the 9 ball in the same pocket as the 8. Oh boy, that pocket. Looked like he missed the 8 when he first hit it, but the ball went in. So this tournament started with 112. Tomorrow, bringing back 32 players, 16 from the winners, 16 from the losers, and also doing a 10-ball event. The 10-ball event starts at noon. It's open to anybody. 500 added, straight race. You do not have to play in today's tournament to play in the 10-ball tomorrow. So any of you guys that want to play tomorrow, come on down. It's a 500 added. Anybody under, I want to say it's 685 Fargo. Straight race 10-ball. Should be a good tournament. All right, so Clyde won that one. Now we got an even race to 3. Boy, oh boy, who do we like? Let's see if Clyde changes his break here, because he's been breaking from the box, playing the 1 on the side instead of a corner ball. And I know he knows how to make the corner ball, so curious if he adjusts to the side rail. See what he does here.
All right, table 6, we have Caesar and Paulo to 55. Luck players.
He's cut breaking again, so let's see if watch the 1 on the side and the 2 on the corner. See if he makes either one of these balls. 2 went right in the corner, so he's pretty good at rack your own stuff. He knows how to make the ball. So he did make the 2 ball. He's got a clear shot in the 1. The 3 ball is a little funny, so it's hard to tell from here if he comes across, if he can make the 3. I don't know. He tried coming below it to play the 3 on the other side, but came up short, so he'll be kicking. Going to go to the bottom rail, a little bit of right, come into the 3. All right, see what Rob's got. Rob's taking his break. Race to 3, Rob's taking his bathroom break. See what we got around the room here. Billy the Kid and Ran. Score is 6-4. I believe that's a 7-6 race, so Billy must be at 6. Let's see what else we got here. Boy, oh boy, there's so many players from out of the state and up north that I just don't know. 112 players, and a lot of them from Maine and New Hampshire. Players from all over the place, that's for sure. Who's in the chat? We got Mike Pollock, Jared Demalia. Who else is in here? Jared, I'm surprised you didn't play. You playing the 10-ball tomorrow, Jared? It's a good event. 500 added, straight race. Capped at 32 players. I think he's got like 15 or 16 right now signed up. All right, Rob's back. He's got a cut shot in the 3 ball. All he's got to do is make this, and the cue ball will come right back center table. So that was a good shot. Little angle on the 4. The big catch with this shot is getting the cue ball kind of where it is now. You don't want to be where the 9 is, because the 6 ball is laying right on the rail. So you need to be straight in on the 5 or above the 5. So just can't hook yourself on the 9 ball here. That's a good shot. Perfect. this ball, the 7 does go on the side, so Rob's just basically got to roll forward here so he has somewhat of a straight shot in the 6 and then draw the cue ball back 2, 3, 4 feet. Doesn't really matter. You just got to draw on the ball. He left himself too much angle. Boy, oh boy. That's not good. I mean, he can still do it. It's just way harder to have this kind of angle on it because that pocket that he's shooting into is the toughest pocket on this table, and it will throw the ball out if you don't hit it perfect. I know because I missed 2 of them in that pocket earlier. He hit that ball good, but he's... Oh, God, Rob. All right, so I cannot tell from here how he moved that 7 ball. It looks like... I don't know if he can kick to the bottom rail into the 7 and then make the 7 on the side. I can't tell from here. Boy, oh boy. He might, if the 7's not frozen, I kind of like just rolling up on that ball super soft so the 7 freezes. Q kind of freezes on the 7. Nothing fancy. You're just living to fight another day and making your opponent do something with a frozen ball. I'm assuming that's what he looked at when he seen if it was frozen. Do not want to reinvent the wheel here, but he is not doing that. He's definitely doing something harder. Trying to put the cue behind the 9. Wow. I think he hit that ball good. That was a tough shot. That was a good shot. So Clyde will just kick rail first before the side pocket into the 7. Just a matter of if he wants to kick high on the 7 or low on the 7. Where he thinks the 7's going to go and the cue's going to go. Big shot, race to 3. So he knows how important this shot is. He's going to take his time, make sure he kicks into this ball. He might kick to make this ball. No. Rob's got a golden opportunity right here. He's got a little angle on this ball, so he can't just stop it. He's going to top, come back out, kind of where the 7 is now. It's a good shot. Now you got to come across the table, make the 8 come across, preferably below the side pocket. You know, this is one of those shots you got to practice to see the angle of these balls because you don't want to come too far below the side pocket. Now you're cutting the 9, especially on a tight table. This ball you just want to land right after the side pocket. No English, natural. Just like that. Get off the rail. All right, it's a big shot. All right, that was a good out. 4-4. Did the Celtics win? I seen it on the TV. It was tied up a minute to go. Then it got quiet, so I'm assuming they didn't win. If they did, it would have got loud around here. All right, Rob's break. Let's see if he changes his break because the break that he was doing wasn't working. That's for sure. It almost went off the table, but it ended up in the side pocket. Jeff DeRosa says nope. Nope to what? All right, here's Rob's break. He's breaking from the box as well. See, watch the 4 in the corner or the 1 on the side. See which one he's. He made the 3 in the other corner. So he does not have a shot in the 1. This should be interesting what he chooses to do here for his safety. You can thin the 1 ball and go by the 2 and put the cue ball on the top rail. That's, he might be looking at playing the 1 off the rail, off the 2 in the corner, which I definitely don't like. He's going for the 1 ball, off the rail, off the 2. He missed the 2 ball, but he got away with it. He got a good leave. Wow, this is a tough shot for Clyde. Nothing easy about this kick. I would have to say I kind of like Rob playing 3 foul here if Clyde doesn't make this hit. Because you got the balls cluttered down here. Pretty easy to play safe. Wow, nice shot. Nice shot. Clyde made a good hit. Oh, Celtics lost. All right. Now, Rob tried a safe behind the 6, didn't get it. Now, Clyde's going to bank the 1 back down table and put the cue ball behind the deuce. That is the right safety. He tried it, just came up short. Rob's turn to come up with a safety, which would be banking the 1 back towards the deuce and putting the cue ball up behind the 5-8. And he got it. Clyde looks like he's going for a jump cue here. If he's jumping the 5, that is a full ball jump. And the rule for this tournament, there are no jump cues. Full length only. So he has definitely 100% got to shoot a full ball jump here with a full length cue. There's nothing easy about this. Less than 50-50. Wow, nice shot, Clyde. And he uses, I believe that's one of those, let me see what he's using for full length. God, I can't even tell. Jump's good, though. That was a full ball from a foot away, full length, and he ginned it. See what he can do with the 2 now. He's jacked up over the ball, so tough shot. Nice shot. So the 4 goes down in the corner, but the angle he's got, not much you can do. You either got to stop it or follow it, and the 5 does not go by the 9, and the 5 does not go by the 6, so if he draws this ball back some, he's going to play 5-9 combo, but you don't have to like that shot. I actually like just rolling the 4 down just past the side pocket and play the 5-6 carom. Thin the 5-6 in the side, then you got a run out. See if he looks at that here, because that's a very doable shot and a doable run out. Nothing fancy. You won that, right?
All right, table number 3, we got Mike Zigarelia and Rob Brogan, race to 5, table 3.
What? Yeah. So, all right, Clyde just elected to stop that, so he can still play the 6 in the side. He's just got to kind of like punch into it, but I don't know. He didn't. I can't tell. Did he call the 9? I don't think he called the 9. So probably playing this or 3 rail safe. Yeah, that's a good shot. That's a good shot. So Rob's got a kick into the 5, and I don't know why he's looking at this way. He can go right between the 8-7 and come 2 rails into it, or even 1 rail into it, but 2 rails definitely. Nice shot. Well, that was a good hit. Still left Clyde a shot, but on this table, there's nothing easy about this shot. It's natural, though. You make the 5, cue balls 2 rails right back out towards the spot. 6 goes on the side. So, just got to bear down and make it. 1, 2 rails right back across. Hit a little hard, but that's fine. 6 still goes on the side from there. It's a big out. It's hard to tell the angle, but he's going to have to just bump the 8 ball. Make the 6 in the side, bump the 8. In a perfect world, he'd probably want to draw this a little bit to have the right angle on the 7. Now he's rolling into the 8. The only reason I don't like that shot, because now you're on the wrong side of the 7 and you're jacked over the 8, as opposed to drawing that ball back a little bit. I mean, he can force follow this ball, but just making it harder than you have to. Or you can draw into the 8. I mean, it's hard to tell. You definitely don't want to draw below the 8, because that 8's pretty much frozen to that rail, and you are not wanting to shoot this ball up in that corner, I can tell you that. You definitely want to play it by the 9. So his 2 options are force follow, come by the side pocket, or you jack up and draw it into the 8 and try and bump it away from the rail. Because if you're shooting this ball up in the corner, I don't like it. I don't know what he had in mind, but that wasn't it. Now we're going to see something creative, because he can't bank the ball. He's going to have to go thin the 8 to the left side, come 2 rails or back across like a Z shot with the cue ball kind of like behind the 9, and leave the cue ball up table, the 8 ball up table. That's a tough shot. Playing a shot like this, you got to pick or choose where you're going to leave the 8 or where you're going to leave the cue. If you try to think about both, it never executes right. So you either try and put the 8 ball up table 2 rails, or you try and put the cue ball behind the 9 2 rails. See what he does here. Well, I don't know what he tried, but I think he was probably in, well, he got away with it because this is a tough shot right here for Rob. He's shooting into the tightest pocket on this table, rail to rail with a thin cut. If he makes it, he's got the 9 ball right in the corner, but this is no picnic. I don't know if he's gonna. There's no safe per se. I mean, Rob's definitely offensive. I mean, he can cut this ball. I like him to go for it. He's got a revo. He cuts balls pretty good. Oh, he went for the bank. I bet if he could have that shot back, he'd slice that ball up in the corner. So this is pretty easy for Clyde. He just has to draw back. Make this 9. We got a 2-2 race. I got a feeling this is going to the hill. All right. 5-4. Race to 2. I'm really surprised Rob went for that bank. And if you are going to go for that bank, you play it almost like pocket speed, so if you miss that ball, it kind of sits in the middle of the table, leaves him a tough shot instead of going, you know, firing it and sitting 2 rails, but that's all right. Race to 2. Shake that one off. See if Clyde makes the, yeah, he made the wing ball again. He's good with the rack. He knows how to do that.
All right, table number 7, we got Sandy and Justin Bertrand. That's a 6-4 race. 6-4, table 7.
All right. Clyde's got a shot. We're going to see a stroke here because he's got to draw this ball. 2 doesn't go by the 3, and he does not want to play a 2-3 combo, so power draw. Try and go into the 2. Well, if he got a cross, he can bank the 2 ball, kind of play a 2-way. Bank the 2 cross side, bottom right, go into the 3, play a 2-way shot. And he did. Problem with that shot is you're gambling on if you leave yourself a shot in the 3, and he didn't. So see if he banks it or goes for a save. He's going to go for a save. Leave distance. That's a good shot.
All right, table number 2, we got Mike Seeley and Barrett Ridley. Race to 5 on table 2. Good luck, guys.
Wow. How's that for a free stroke? Fired that ball right in. Didn't leave himself much, but this is a good safety. Clip 3/4 ball on the left side of the 4. Put the 4 frozen on the bottom rail under the 9. And bring the cue ball up behind like 6-7. Either one. You could really aim for either one, but definitely need to leave the 4 on the bottom rail. Right in the middle of the table. Left English, spin that cue ball up table. Little too hard. He's gonna get away with it. He did. 7 balls in the way. Or is it? It's hard to tell from here, but looks like it is. Clyde, I don't think he can cut this ball, but if he can only see the edge of it, he might not have a choice but to cut the ball. Adam Blair joined the group chat. I'm pretty sure he's in the building. He's watching the chat from a chair somewhere. Adam's undefeated in the lower bracket. No kidding. Yeah, Clyde could see the edge of it, and he kind of had to go for it. There was really no other shot. And he left Rob long. This shot's not easy, but Rob just free stroked one ball in, so I wouldn't be surprised if he cuts the ball in. Problem is, you're going to go into the 9, and if you avoid the 9, you're not going to get on the 5, so he's going to have to fire this ball with some low left English. He hit the ball good, but he went into the 9, so didn't do himself any favors. I mean, if the 5's frozen, which it looks like it is, this ball's makeable. Rail first, inside English. There's really no safety here, so I kind of like Rob to shoot. I don't think he's shooting, judging by the way he's cueing the cue ball. Now he's playing safe. And actually, that was a good shot. Clyde has two choices here. He can thin the 5 ball if he chooses to. He can't make the bank. He's looking at kicking backslap on the 5 ball cross side. See how close he comes on this shot.
Number 4, we got Charlie Monrazzo and Josh Edmonds, race to 4. Good luck, guys.
He left the cue ball nice though. Big distance, bottom rail. Austin Ross has got jokes. They pay me big money to sit here in this booth and commentate. Show you what these guys are supposed to do for position. All right, what's Rob gonna do here? Fire the 5 ball in the left corner. Why not? Show us your stroke. That was a tough shot. Now Clyde's got to show us a stroke, because you can't just roll this ball in. Draw the ball back 2 feet. You got to hit it clean, because that pocket will rattle balls. Nice shot. He hit that ball perfect. So the angle he's got here, slide over, play the 7 all the way down, or is he going to draw? He drew. He hit that ball good. The problem is now, I mean, he's got to draw this ball again. If he can get the cue ball back to where it is now, that would be ideal. But he doesn't have the right angle. He's gonna go top and go try and come out 2 rails. This is a tough shot. You gotta hit this ball real good. Nice shot. Well, that's perfectly played right there. That's a good stroke. Now you gotta finish the job though. All right. That was a good out. Clyde Matta goes on the hill first, 6-4. Well, he made a corner ball and the 1 on the side. And the table's laying good for a run out. Adam Blair. Who's commentating? Flying Ryan. You better go home and get some rest so you can crack this thing tomorrow, Mushroom. All right, Clyde's got an open rack here. See what he can do with it. Makes this 3. I mean, he's stroking the ball pretty good in the last few balls, so I wouldn't be surprised if he fires this 3 ball, comes across the side rail and back out. He's going top. He's feeling it. That's a good stroke. Bottom left, off the rail, come back by the 6 ball, play the 5 in the corner. He's going to go right about where his elbow is. Perfect. He got a little straighter than he wanted, so he's probably going to roll forward 2-3 inches, play the 6 on the side, stop, play the 7 on the side. Oh, he came below it. Wow, hit that ball good too. His speed's right on right now. Going for the extension. 6 in the corner, roll it up, I don't know, 3-4 inches. So you got a little angle on the 7, come down for the 9, and this set is over. Rob played good too, and he had to play up today. I mean, I think he's like a 530 Fargo established, and he's playing as a 550. So he had to go to the upper bracket, so he was kind of bummed out, but he played good all day. He won some big matches, and tough playing, you know, A- players with only 1 game in the wire. So it is what it is. Who's your game at straight shooters with? I don't believe you. All right, this is for the win right here for Clyde. Cue ball is close to the rail though. He can just roll his ball in, but you gotta take your time. Make sure you make it. Center pocket. All right, I'm out. I gotta go play a match, so see you guys. Get on here sometime tomorrow.
All right, 014. We have Jim Prather and Billy Atlanta. That's an 8-6 race, 8-6 or 014. Good luck, players. Chuck. Leader and Chuck Sampson. That's the race of 5 at the lane. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a feature match. Table 1, we got Mr. Ryan Lynham and Mr. Clyde Matta. Table 1, 7-6 race.